It's been said that better questions lead us naturally to better answers, and that it's in not knowing that we open the doorway to knowing. I'm Scott Lennox, and you're listening to The Beautiful Question, a consideration of things that truly matter in a complex world. What are the best responses when things around us become serious or critical? What options do we have? And more importantly, how do we keep ourselves calm and focused regardless of what's happening around us? Join me this week as we consider these and other beautiful questions in this time of unprecedented change, both here and around the world. Given the intensity of what's happening on every continent, this is a perfect moment for each of us to take several slow, deep breaths while we refocus ourselves. In the face of so many critical unknowns, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed, confused, and swept away with anxiety. But none of that is helpful, and none of it is necessary. Facing any challenge, one of the best things we can do is take stock of who we are and where we are, becoming actively mindful of our strengths, our abilities, and our options. Most of us are far more capable and adaptable than we tell ourselves. That being true, let's bring our awareness into sharper focus and own the truth that's in each of us. As a combat medic with the 1st Cavalry, carrying out missions on fire bases and in the jungles of Southeast Asia, I learned so much about keeping my head and heart together during a crisis. That chaotic time taught me volumes about myself and about a deep reserve of inner resources I wasn't aware were in me. Looking back, I marvel at the things I survived and how well I functioned during what was, without question, the most violent episode of my life. Regardless of where our missions took us, we couldn't know with any certainty what was going to happen next, or with what level of intensity. Going through it, my personal questions were not what's going to happen next, or how overwhelming is this going to be, but how do I stay focused, how prepared am I, and what do I have with me and within me right now that will keep me moving forward? As we began each mission, we often wouldn't know if we were going out for a few days or a few weeks. Because of that, preparation was an essential part of taking care of myself and the soldiers who trusted me to carry out my assignment as their only medic. Another essential was staying in control of my own thinking. Instead of worrying about how bad it could get, it was vital that I chose rational responses from one situation to the next, and kept myself as calm and focused as possible. Becoming intentional about my thoughts helped me do that. My mantra became, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. It still amazes me how deep my focus became when I allowed it, and how calm I remained, even as we took on heavy enemy fire. While I couldn't control anything happening around me, I could always control myself, and in a number of ways, starting from the inside out. I'm sure I never did it perfectly, but the more intentional I became about it, and the more I allowed my mind to slow down, sometimes just a little bit, the more calm and focused and effective I became. More than once, it was that combination of calm and focus that made the difference between life and death, not only for me, but for the men in my unit. One of the things I continue to be passionate about in these newsletters and podcasts is reminding you over and over and over about the wealth of good qualities and capacities that are always in each of us, wherever we find ourselves, and whatever our circumstance may be. That being said, this week let's consider 3 useful options that are available to each of us in every single moment. Practicing just these 3 things can make a world of difference as we move through our days. Here's the first one. Slow yourself down and remember to breathe. The long, slow out-breath stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system. That's the part of you that helps you relax and open your mind again. Slow down. Remember to breathe. Number 2, choose to think rationally and stay realistically positive. Your primal mind is only reactive. It's our higher mind, our intentional mind, that allows us to respond in healthy ways. As often as you need to, recenter yourself and consciously identify the good things in you, in the people around you, and in your situation. Whether it's through prayer or meditation or some other form, allow yourself to become intentional about returning to your calm, focused center over and over. Think rationally. Stay realistically positive. Allow calm and focus to return. And finally, number 3, identify and then act on the things you can control. Starting with how you're treating yourself, name the things you actually do have an effect over. Then put them into motion. Make sure your list includes getting enough sleep, monitoring your thoughts, and staying hydrated. I can't overstate those 3. Identify the things you can control. Act on them. This week's beautiful question is a practical and important one. I hope it inspires you to do the next right thing, whatever it is. Here's the question. Of the 3 things I just shared with you, slowing down, thinking rationally, and acting on what is within your control, which one of those will you intensify today? Intentionally practicing it as you come back to your best self and your best possible life over and over. I'm honored to be part of this with you, and as always, I look forward to hearing from you, especially as you keep reminding yourself of the good things that are in you. Let me know what's happening. As I say each week, my light with your light. Thank you once again for listening. My goal is for each of us to live better lives and create better possibilities for ourselves, for one another, for the world, and for our beautiful planet home. I always look forward to your comments and your feedback. You can also be inspired by visiting my good friends at Cosmos Journal. That's KOSMOS Journal. Their mission is to inform, inspire, and engage global transformation in harmony with all life. You can easily find them online at cosmosjournal.org. And though we're still under construction, you can now find my free podcasts and guided relaxation audios on the new Beautiful Question website at thebeautifulquestion.com. That's all one word. When the site is completed, you'll be able to read the transcripts of these podcasts and find links to a number of other offerings to challenge and inspire you. There'll also be a library in which you can quickly find podcasts arranged by topics. I know you're going to like how easy the site will be to navigate. If you find these podcasts useful or encouraging, don't hesitate to share them or tell others about them. I'm Scott Lennox, and this has been The Beautiful Question. The Beautiful Question is a One Light production, written, produced, and engineered by Scott Lennox at Heart Rock Studios in Fort Worth, Texas, as a way of paying forward to life, being fully present, becoming better engaged with things that truly matter in a complex world, and committing to a healthier future for all of us.